Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Attorney Sharp Raleigh, and as expected, we are seeing the sweeps of deportation starting already today in Reno, and Las Vegas. 87 people were arrested on immigration, and not really directly on immigration charges, but of course on immigration violations, and ultimately many of them are going to be deported or placed in deportation. So there are different kinds of this, and these are consistent with the memo which was issued by ICE, the DHS, basically on the priorities of those they were going to deport. And of course the priorities are basically the priority are, first of all, are aliens who are suspected of terrorism and espionage, who otherwise pose a danger to national security. The question is that who are we talking about here? Of course, but they have kind of defined that aliens apprehended at the border while attempting to unlawfully enter the United States. So basically, people at the border, unless of course you claim asylum there. And the other one, which is a big one, aliens convicted of an offense for an element was active participation in criminal street gang as defined under 18 USC section 521A, or aliens none younger than 16 of age who intentionally participated in an organized criminal gang to further the illegal activity of a gang. And that, unfortunately, we are going to see now, right now, according to this paper, this is going on in Nevada, but LA might be next on the list. So be ready for those who are in LA, and aliens who are convicted of an offense of felony in a jurisdiction, and that they would have to place them in deportation. They would have a right to defend themselves, kind of. Most of them will, but by the time the entire system is so slow that I doubt none of those will be sent back. There wasn't a previous attempt on that. It was called Operation Sending Back to Sender, Delivering Back to Sender, something like that, and it didn't really work, but did according to some statistic, 2.2 million people were actually deported in that. But when they say deported, that means they are placed in removal proceedings, unless they have a final order of deportation, when they can directly be apprehended, put in the plane, and sent back. What they call final of order of deportation is when basically you exhausted all your appeals, and for California, for example, you reach the Ninth Circuit, and if the U.S. Supreme Court doesn't take your case, or the U.S. Supreme Court has decided you should be sent back, guess what? Then you don't even have a chance in court. They will just pick you up, put you in a plane, and send you back. And unfortunately, this is kind of sad, but the list goes on, and they have all those misdemeanors, significant misdemeanors, and so basically, bottom line, we are going to see people who are really kind of a lot of people are going to be rounded up in the next few months. Of course, there's a lot of political component in that, but unfortunately, the law is on their side, but of course, many of those people will have a say in court, and many of them ultimately will find a way to actually stay, fortunately. But having said that, be ready if you are in an area where there's a lot of illegal, what they quote unquote illegal immigrants or unlawful undocumented immigrants. Be ready that there will be sweeps, and if unfortunately, for example, you're in a house that they're sweeping and you are there and you don't have your papers, even if you pretty much are not someone who is a criminal, there is a chance they will of course pick you up and put you in that deportation rank. But at the end of the day, you can always request for prosecutorial discretion to close the case, or ultimately, if you have some kind of relief, to use it. Just to let people know, if they come to your house and try to pick you up, do not fight with the officer. We have a something on our website where we talk about a little bit about the know your rights. So one of your rights is not to fight with the officer, but you should uh, ask for an attorney. If it is a criminal matter, an attorney might be appointed to you. If it is purely the a immigration matter, you need to get your own attorney. So it is very important that you know the basic. First of all, they have to go and get what we call a warrant to get into your house, and the warrant has to be well signed, etc. So there are a lot of things that you need to know about your rights. We have a list here. I'm trying to search it. I remember having put a slide on know your rights as an immigrant, so I will update that and put it on our website soon. But in the meantime, I just wanted to let everybody to know they should stay safe. And if you are one of those people listed in their list, you better be worried, because they are going to be really cracking down in the next few months. We have already seen it with students. Now the next step is, of course, what they call illegal immigrants, or people who are undocumented, or people even who are documented but who have committed serious crimes. Be very careful if you're filing for a citizenship. If you are trying to file any kind of paperwork to renew your green card, you need to get an attorney to do that for you, because any mistake will put you into removal proceedings. So, having said that, I wish all the immigrants who are in this country good luck and all the best. Hopefully, things will tone down after the elections. And if you have any questions, feel free to call our office, 510-742-5887. Anything you say anything I tell you today is again for educational purposes only. And please make sure that you request for an attorney if in case you are arrested. And usually, if it is an immigration matter, you will have to pay your own attorney unless you get a pro bono attorney. Good luck to all of you. I wish you all the best. Thank you.